Okay, let's get the facts straight. From the very beginning, there has been a lot of excitement about the fact that XRP would definitely achieve a huge $10,000. And you know what? That guess just got a lot more likely. We're talking about Larry Fink from Blackrock backing this up. Think about this. He's not simply talking about $10,000 for each XRP. No way. He says it's a basic need. Hey, welcome back to your main source for all things XRP. Before we get into the main part of today's program, let's quickly check in. I need a minor favor from you. Go ahead and hit that like button. To join our great community, click the subscribe button and then the notification bell. And here's a small warning. We're getting ready for a great XRP giveaway as we get close to 60,000 subscribers. It's easy to enter the giveaway. Just do these 3 things. So get ready and pay attention. Also, remember to leave a hashtag MoneySide in the comments to make sure you receive a seat in the giveaway. This is when it gets interesting. Think about how big financial companies like BlackRock and Vanguard are now really thinking about using XRP for their international transactions. And wait, it gets better. There are rumors that BlackRock is going to start an XRP-focused ETF. Yes, you heard that right. But hold on, there's more. Larry Fink didn't stop there. He is looking at the huge $30 trillion real estate market and trying to figure out what will happen to it in the future. You got it. The XRP ledger is poised to turn everything into tokens, and the International Swaps and Traders Association, ISDA, is going to send a mind-boggling $1.2 quadrillion across the XRP ledger and RippleNet. It's not just $10,000 for each XRP. That's easy for youngsters. We might see the value of each XRP go up to $60,000 in a short amount of time. Blowing my mind, isn't it? Let's go on to the next part now. Larry Fink from BlackRock delivered another big news story. He's not just talking, he's doing something. Ripple and its digital asset, XRP, are on the verge of something big, turning everything into tokens. And in the next half of our video, we have a clip that will get people talking. Larry Fink himself says that BlackRock is going to launch an XRP ETF. Let's not put it off any longer. This is the clip you've been waiting for. The rise of Bitcoin ETFs is a sign that we are making it legal. We're making things safer. Okay, listen, will you make another ETF? What do you think about an XRP ETF? I know you have Ether out there. What do you think of XRP? Can you tell me that? I can't. And you don't want me to? I do. I can't do that. Okay, they're putting the rap on me. Thanks. In the last few days, there have been a lot of strange things happening in the crypto realm, especially with XRP. Imagine this. XRP's price skyrocketed to an incredible $43,000 on the well-known exchange crypto.com. This isn't just a one-time thing. It's part of a pattern where the value of XRP goes up quickly, out of the blue. Do you remember that we talked about a 7,000 XRP problem at a major exchange last week? Now it's crypto.com's turn, and it looks like these abrupt jumps in XRP's value are happening more and more often on other exchanges. But let's switch gears and talk about something else that I found via a lot of research that is just as interesting but has nothing to do with BlackRock or the rise of the XRP market as a whole. We're going to talk about Gary Gensler, the famous SEC chairman who took over for Jake Clinton. Gensler has always called XRP a security, as most of you probably know. This is when things become interesting. Gary Gensler has a twin brother named Robert M. Gensler. They are the same age and look a lot alike. Robert is the vice president of T. Rowe Price and is very important to the company. If you look a little closer, you'll see that T. Rowe Price isn't just any old investment firm. It's one of the biggest companies that puts a lot of money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So there is an interesting link here. Gary Gensler is the head of the SEC and still calls XRP a security. However, his twin brother works for an investment firm that is a major investor in XRP and other cryptocurrencies. It's an interesting contrast that makes me think about the complicated relationships that exist in the realm of Bitcoin rules and investments. This leads us to a really interesting possibility. Could Robert Gensler, the vice president of T. Rowe Price, has unique information on XRP's prospects similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum? This theory makes more sense when you think about how much money the company has put into these three cryptocurrencies. The SEC says officially that insider trading is not a problem, although many reports and investigations have said otherwise. These investigations into market manipulation and insider trading have consistently shown that the SEC does things that aren't right. It looks like a pattern is starting to form. It looks like SEC officials are telling their family members which digital assets might soon be free of the label of being securities. These family members then put money into the business early. When the asset is legally labeled not a security, its value goes through the roof, letting these family and friends make a lot of money by selling it for a high price. In this situation, let's think about the idea that Robert N. Gensler may have gotten inside information from his brother, Gary Gensler, about the SEC's possible loss in a lawsuit against XRP. This kind of news could mean that Congress might want Ripple Labs and the SEC to reach an agreement, which would be a great opportunity for smart investors to buy XRP. But seeing T. Rowe Price put more and more money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and especially XRP adds another depth to this story. People in the crypto community are talking a lot about XRP possibly reaching crazy highs, like $10,000, $20,000, or even $60,000. Notably, bullish analysts like Jack the Rippler think that XRP's value will skyrocket, maybe going over $589. This bold prediction shows how much interest and speculation there is in XRP and what it could do in the cryptocurrency market. Wall Street wants a piece of the XRP pie, which is worth a lot of money, and I think the first significant move will be through an XRP ETF. But let's look more closely at this development than just the surface. Crypto Basic has some interesting news for us. An analyst says that JP Morgan has made a big jump into XRP, which has caught the eye of a former Ripple director. This news definitely made me raise my eyebrows, and we need to talk about it. This is how the narrative goes. Ben Armstrong, who used to work for the BitBoy crypto brand, brought up some disputed assertions concerning JP Morgan's supposed involvement in XRP. This got a response from a former Ripple director. Armstrong, a well-known person in the crypto world, said this in a series of posts. He says that JP Morgan has bought a lot of XRP coins, perhaps 7,500,000. Armstrong now says that this move is worth around 7.5% of JP Morgan's overall fortune. But wait,